as you're DU alumni.
I am DU alumni, you are DU alumni, and
Abhishek.
Abhishek is also DU
Yeah, Abhishek,
alumni.
sure.
And I'm very excited to go back to North Campus after many years.
Yes, and how much nostalgia that hits you? It does.
You know, normally I can completely forget about it. But if I'm there, I mean, there's so many lovely memories
Right.
that once I'm there, I think, then I get quite taken in by the whole thing.
Whole thing.
Yeah. Don't you?
I'm with me, that nostalgia factor doesn't work. I really don't know how.
Not even about home.
Not even about home. Sometimes I just want to go back because I want to have certain kind of food or say just meet my childhood friends.
Yeah.
Not other than that, it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe because I stayed in a boarding.
But you have it about home, but not about college, you're saying.
No, not even. Obviously, I look at that phase as very enriching time. You're coming from a village and then suddenly a small town, and you were getting into Delhi University. It's a whole new cultural experience.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I was scandalized because there was nothing to scandalize you, but the wonder that this world existed all this while when you were doing your school.
Yeah.
Right? You should have been here.
So you felt when you came to DU, you felt immediately comfortable. Yeah, I belong here.
I belong here.
Shuru se, matlab before doing theatre.
Yes. No, I mean, the next day, the first college day, I still remember, I was not a very talkative guy, very shy, on the back foot, all the time. So I met these people who were talking to me, talking among each other in English, and one was from Scindia Public School, the other one was from Mayo, and someone else was from some other public school or boarding. So firstly, I couldn't even understand a word what they were talking. Then there was this friend of mine. Now he's still my friend, Pankaj Mishra. He said something in English. And I said, yes. I couldn't get it.
I do that sometimes.
So what has happened that I realized that it's a whole new cultural place for me. And I have to really learn many other things. And second day of college, I saw this group of people performing street play in the university, and I said, "This is what I want to do, and this is why I have come to Delhi." So I didn't waste a time. I went to them, and
immediately. मतलब इतना confidence था.
More than confidence, the focus was there. And I have come to Delhi not for DU. I have come to Delhi for theatre. So I immediately went to them and I said, "Can you please include me with you guys?"
And you were doing anyway theatre in school back at
it was
not much.
That and skip the whole cultural activities. That's all. But yes, elocution contest was a very professional thing to do in my school. So that's why my love for poetry remains intact and is very intense. I love to recite poetry. So in Hindi, English, whatever. So I went to them and immediately they included me in the group. And from that day, I started performing.
And you felt at home?
And I felt at home. Then I had a purpose. I had a very clear-cut purpose in Delhi. So that's how I remember Delhi University. I don't remember Delhi University because of the classrooms. Yeah. I remember Delhi University for my street plays, for my for all the proscenium theatre that I have done with for by Hindu.
And you worked with so many contemporaries who then came later to Bombay. Many of them went on to professional careers, successful careers. Chahrukh, I think, is one of them. Barry.
But in Delhi University, I met Vishal Bhardwaj. I met Ashish Vidyarthi.
Yes.
Then there's this actor called Lalit Paramu. So many. Sudhanva Deshpande. He's still kind of with Jannat Manch.
Yes, even we did, we watched and did also street plays with, watching them and doing on our own thanks to Janam.
I'm going to talk about Saint Xavier.
Okay.
No, sorry, Saint Stephen.
Stephen.
Okay. So I used to go to Stephen only when exam was very close and I had to take notes from someone, for history. And
So you did history.
I did history, but the entire year I could hardly touch the book or read anything about history.
Yeah.
Everything that I was reading, it was only about literature or drama.
Wow.
Or newspaper.
And actually, I did English literature, and we had a lot of plays and this whole theatre of the absurd, which we did in third year.
Yeah, you did in third year.
Third year.
So what I used to do, I used to take, I used to organize the books of
History ka? Ya English ka?
English ka. And I was doing history, and I was not interested in doing history. I was doing it just for the heck of
English.
it. No.
What made you choose history?
Because the English literature was something. I came from Hindi medium, and taking English literature straight away was
Thought it would be a jump or
suicide.
But
history, history. I said I'll manage. I'll manage. If at all I cannot give my exams in English, I'll memorize my lines, memorize all the notes, and give it in Hindi. And I used to manage it very well. 1 month of preparation, I used to manage second division, and that's all I wanted. But yes, I used to go to St. Stephen.
Yeah.
And I realized that there was certain kind of a atmosphere there which was completely different from the rest of the DU. Have you guys ever felt that when like you were residing there or you're going there, but you are coming out? It's a
But it's a very closed bubble, yeah. See, because I went from Calcutta, which was quite a sheltered, privileged kind of a background,
right?
And from Cal, in fact, when I went to Stephens, that time there were 2-3 friends also from Calcutta who were already there. One girl was already there. 2 or 3 of them joined my batch, of whom I knew from Calcutta. So, and I didn't get a hostel over there.
Oh, you didn't get?
We didn't get. We used to call it res.
So you were staying outside?
So I was staying outside. In fact, it was great because, college mein, they used to have this thing that girls had to come back by 8 o'clock. So if you're doing theatre, if you're doing rehearsals, then you can't come back by 8 o'clock all the time. Sometimes you're rehearsing till late also. That has also happened. So that I was very happy that I was not living because they were very strict. Girls' hostel was very strict.
Right. Okay.
And non-boys at all. They could come back whenever they wanted, which was very unfair. And I was so shy that my whole first year I couldn't even audition. I wanted to a little bit, or I don't even know if I had acknowledged in myself that do I want to, do I not want to, I don't know.
Right.
But just the thought of कि सब सीनियर्स के सामने जाके ये मतलब मुझे करना पड़ेगा, this was just too much. My heart would start beating too fast. My breathing would become shallow and I wouldn't be able to say it only. So I said I'll do backstage and all because I used to enjoy that world very much. I used to do backstage. So it's why I'm saying is it's not like it was a very sheltered background. It's not like I went out a lot from Stephens, Kamla Nagar tak. And वहाँ पे we used to Tagore Park में we used to live some friends together and we used to go to other colleges to do plays.
Plays, right.
In those festivals. And वहाँ पे I clearly, of course, the most impactful was KM because of Keval
and the players,
and the players, and they had some fantastic plays and amazing actors even in my time, and of course legends we had heard also from earlier. So, and before experiencing anything like this myself, I had been hearing this forever.
Okay.
कि Stephens तो एकदम अलग है, it's very cut off, it's elitist, it's very privileged, which is probably true.
More than elitist, what I felt that it had its, that whole tag of being an elite college never occurred to me.
Okay. But it existed, people used to say.
Right. I mean,
At least my
everyone talked
time,
about
people
it.
used to say, yeah.
So everyone talked about it. Everyone mocked at it. So
Yeah.
that is
So
that.
we used to feel embarrassed. We used
Yeah.
to actually not acknowledge. And even it's remained that habit till today. If somebody asks me where you went to college, I'll say DU, I won't say Stephens. Because it invites a certain response.
Right.
If I'll say Stephens, oh, acha, acha.
Acha, acha.
Sometimes people do
Right.
say, not always. So we used to not say too much. We were embarrassed by this little elitist tag
But
also.
looking back, since you came from Kolkata,
Yeah.
right? Looking back, how do you remember your days in DU?
With a lot of love and nostalgia, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots. Because, I made some great friends.
And
And many of them have come to Bombay now.
Right.
Many of them were working in the film industry also, whether they are
Okay.
writers or production design or whatever it is. Yeah. So many of them have come to Bombay as well. But I remember with a lot of love because I enjoyed very much. I enjoyed studying literature. I enjoyed the college life a lot.
Right.
We did a lot of plays. So we were reading a lot of plays also and doing a lot of plays and studying also plays and whatever
Right.
it is that it was.
That is part of your curriculum.
But first time I was living outside of home, my first big romance.
Right.
So it was a lot of freedom,
Right.
which I had not experienced because Calcutta. That's why Delhi still actually I knew because I used to take buses in Delhi. It was horrible, but I used to take buses in Delhi. Calcutta I never used to take buses because living with my mom and
Right.
sheltered upbringing and all. So I actually that way knew Delhi also a little more.
Like I remembered you as a major instigator and contributor, both. It instigated me to learn. It instigated me to make friends with people who could contribute to my, to my whole being. I wanted to transform myself completely from the boy that I was into something which I couldn't recognize. So the whole urban behavioral pattern and also education, knowledge, theatre, diction. Not only English, I mean, it's also about Hindi. So I'm from Bihar, so our pronunciation was all haywire. So I wanted to learn everything, and DU has played a major part
In shaping you, the
me
person you
Yeah.
became.
So the street play that I was doing, and the director of it, he was completely tilted towards Marxism. But that is what it has done to me, that it has exposed me even to that thinking. Those books, Russian literature, Chinese literature, and it was essential for everyone to read a book and then come for the discussion. So there used to be a real charcha on the
But
books.
you are saying this is outside of academics.
Outside of academics.
lovely.
So, and I was enjoying that aspect of my life and DU much more than when I had to go and attend the classes. But what has happened in turn, that Dilip Simyan, who was the rock star of history, modern history, he recognized that in me, and he saw one of my street play shows. And in Dilip Simyan's class, it used to be packed because the students from Stephen and Hindu used to come to attend his classes. And there used to be no seat. Students used to just stand and that whole 1 hour in the classroom, just to be there when Dilip Simyan was teaching. But Dilip saw my play, and then once I entered his class and there was no seat, and he asked someone to just stand up and go stand in the corner, and I said, "You deserve this seat." I went in the front, I sat there, I didn't know what is he doing, is he trying to tease me or insulting me for not being a regular in the class? Then he said, no, don't worry. you deserve this seat more than any one of them here.
Wow.
Because you are very clear as what you want to do in life. All of them are beating around the bush.
Yeah. Amazing. But
It is amazing.
But what a great teacher that you recognize that potential in a student.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I became friends with my teachers. And those teachers used to call me for all the evening get-togethers whenever they used to have it.
Oh, lovely.
But they never invited anyone from the class.
Wow.
So, and they were my friends till the time I left for Mumbai.
Right.
Yeah.
No, well, the first you went to NSD, no?
No, the NSC I tried. I tried three consecutive years. I never could manage to get into it. So that's another story.
So funny now how this life works out.
Yeah.
And then after that you went to Bombay.
After that, I mean, I spent 10 years here, including my 3 years in Delhi. So that was because I just fell in love with theatre.
But I've heard people talking about your college performances.
Yeah?
I have heard from other people, I can't remember just now, but I've heard from other people, and they may have also heard stories.
Right.
So your stories of your theatre days in college are still famous.
Oh.
And you yourself were telling me about the dancer that you played. What is the term?
Right, Netwa.
Netwa.
Netwa is the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a very tough role.
But it was one of your best, you have said.
I mean, that has really catapulted me to some kind of a theatre with stardom here. People watched it more than 4 times, 5 times, 7 times, 8 times.
I wish you could have watched.
Yeah.
You see, but what about now? You don't miss theatre now to do?
I miss theatre, and I may do a play very soon. Because I want to take a break from cinema acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cinema acting, I mean, yes, we are actors and we enjoy acting. That is beside the point. But I miss theatre for a very different reason, because there I felt empowered. In cinema, I don't feel empowered.
Why?
In cinema, I feel that I'm dependent on other departments. My performance, as you were mentioning yesterday, there are too many factors, attached with your performance.
And
it's not only you.
You said yesterday also, no, this thing about director's medium and cinema as director's medium.
So, and it really prepares you physically, mentally, emotionally. It really aligns you completely. And that happens to every actor, not only me. But the days were of complete poverty, but those days were when you could not get time to think about the poverty. So it both ways. Like if you don't have money to eat, you are not thinking about eating, because you are so involved and engrossed into what you are doing that you're forgetting that, you didn't have food.
That doesn't happen to everyone. How lovely that it happened to you, though.
Yeah. So
even we were very broke. I think it's a good thing to be broke when you're young.
Yeah, you're good because you have that energy, you have that passion for whatever you're doing.
And you have to know how to survive.
And you have to know how to survive. I think it should
life
be
skill.
Yeah, life skill.
Yeah.
This teaches you life skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it used to be, we used to live almost like a chawl it was in Vijayanagar,
Yeah, Vijayanagar.
Oh, sometimes
I stayed in Vijayanagar once.
Same
yeah.
here. I lived there because, we used to live in Tagore Park, and then, those landladies and this and that, whatever.
Model town.
Model town, yes. And then we moved to Vijayanagar, some friends, ek saath, and, we were very broke and very poor. At least we used to feel very broke.
Right.
And there used to be power cuts sometimes. There used to be power cuts. It was very hot, and we were right on top, on the topmost floor. And we used to put water on the mattresses, and the long common balcony which is there in that chawl kind of a structure often. So we used to put the mattresses over there with water at night, because
Delhi
ki garmi.
Delhi garmi. And if you get to stay in a Barsati here,
I did.
summer used to kill us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, summer and mosquitoes. the two things.
Mosquitoes, I can't remember now, but I remember living in a Barsati, and of course, very cold and very hot also.
Very cold and very hot, because that's.
But I don't remember the cold, the hot, the lack of the money, as you were saying. I just remember having great times.
Great
Yeah, I
time.
remember it like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
But human beings are like that. No, we forget the bad things. I tend to forget the bad things.
No, I tend to, because this is what I'm trying to say. When I remember Delhi for all of these things, because it really shaped me up. It gave me an opportunity to choose between between two people as to who will be my friend, who I want to hang out. But there was this guy who was very interesting, and there is this Dilip Simyan. So I chose Dilip Simyan to hang out with, because somebody it gave me that choice. What do you want to be? You want to do on masti? So this guy is fantastic, or you are really interested in evolving, so be with him. So because I was always feeling that I'm lacking a lot, coming from a place which is not exposed to this world, so I'm lacking. So that what do you call
That mindset.
that mindset, also a sense of urgency was there in my mind, that I have to learn it fast. I have to shape up. I have to shape myself up very fast. I have to adjust into this society very fast. I have to know the ways very fast. So I don't have time. So I think it was a kind of sense of urgency in my mind.